What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over one of my favorite setups. Check it out. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this video here. What we're going to do is we're going to go over one of my favorite setups. But before we do, there's a number of things we got to go over. You can learn how to trade something like a bull flag, a double bottom. You can learn to trade that reversal pattern. You can trade the bullish pattern like the bull flag. You can learn to identify it, but from identifying it on a chart to entering the trade, okay, is one thing entirely different. From entering the trade to managing the trade is another thing completely different, okay? It's not as simple as, oh, there's a bull flag, click buy. That's not as simple as it is. And especially if you've come from, a losing streak, you got to be able to manage your size in a way where you can respect your stop and not have ego that when you're wrong, your stop, you don't trigger it, or you don't exit, or you don't even enter a stop if you needed to enter a hard stop. What you want to do is have a size on your trade that if you're wrong and you have to stop out, the L on it, the red, isn't going to be crippling to your account. Okay, so those are things that one needs to work on. What we're going to work on here is basically just identifying the setup. Now, one has to not be afraid to enter the setups. One has to be responsible enough as a trader to stick to their stop on the setup. One has to be responsible enough as a trader to not be greedy and take profit at the take profit zones on the setup. Because if you are not responsible enough to stop out if you're wrong on the setup, and you don't stop out, you're going to lose more than you should have. Okay? If you're not responsible enough to take profits where you're supposed to take profit on the setup, the rest of it might fail. You might tap your first or second take profit, you take no profit, and it reverses on you and dumps. Or reverse and goes up and squeezes you out if it was a short. So you have to be a responsible trader that trades his or her plan. Okay? That's number one. That's number one before you even do anything. Now, if you're responsible enough, you identify your setup, you enter it, you trade the plan, it works out beautifully. It works out beautifully. And we're going to go over one of those, one of my favorite setups that I trade very often here in this video. Now, before we do, I want to thank you. I want to thank you because more than likely by the time this video airs, we are at 7,000 subscribers. Right now we're at 6,950 something, so I'm pretty sure by the time this video airs, we'll be at 7,000. And then I have to thank you for it because you guys, take time to like, comment, subscribe on the channel, etc. And that helps the channel grow. Now, like I've said in the past, one of the things I want to do to help you guys out is because when I started this channel, the main goal of the channel was to have educational content, have, help basically, put out what I know about trading, finances, and starting businesses. I wanted to just put it out there so that others could learn. And if they chose to do the same or similar, they could build off of what they learn here. This is not the holy grail of information online, but it's a good starting point for most people. Okay. On many things. I have, day trading. I know day trading makes the bulk of the channel, but I have day trading, I have long-term investing, I have how to make money on your terms. I have, I think I have a couple videos on real estate, and I'm going to have more on real estate because I invest in real estate as well. So these are things that I wanted to put out there because I told, many of my friends and stuff like that and people I know, and only a couple really took the advice to heart. Others were like, just, want to continue doing what they do. And that's cool. We got to have all types of people in the world. But what is bad is when we basically reject knowledge. We don't want to hear it because we just want to continue living paycheck to paycheck, which is ridiculous. Okay. Like when somebody, if you are really good at not living paycheck to paycheck and somebody criticizes you on the way that you live, where you might save on certain things and be frugal on certain things, yet it allows you to have freedom that most people don't have because they're slaves to being a paycheck to paycheck person, don't let that happen. Just shrug it off. So that's why I started the channel, honestly, and I want to keep it growing. And one of the ways that I want to help, right, is that when we get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give one lucky subscriber a completely free trading account with some money in it so they can trade. I think I said I was going to do like $500, like a $500 trading account okay? It's gonna be free. You're gonna get it, you're gonna trade, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can blow it up on the first day, you can grow it, or what I would do if it was me receiving that, I would add more money to it, and when I'm ready to rock and roll and trade live, if I'm not ready at the moment, I'll start trading. But hey, one does what they want with their prize. However, that is the prize that I'm gonna do when we get to 10,000 subscribers. But I can't do that without you. I need you guys to continue smashing that like button, commenting in the comment section, okay? Because those two things show the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy the channel. And I know you guys enjoy the channels because I see the analytics and I see so many of you that watch the channel and don't subscribe. So you got to do those things, and that'll help the channel grow. And the faster we grow, the faster we get to 10K subs, the faster we do that giveaway. So remember to subscribe, comment, like, hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my videos. Now we're gonna jump into this setup here. It's a very simple setup, guys, but like any setup, just because it's simple doesn't mean that you trade it properly, because one lets emotions get in the way. Sorry about this. This is because I am monitoring a swing trade here on Tesla. This is my long-term swing trade account. I took kind of like a short-term swing here on Tesla, opened it up today. We'll see where I can close this off at. I'm already up almost $1,000, so really happy about that. Now, Tesla. I like to trade stocks on pullbacks. If you're new to the channel, now you know. If you're old to the channel, you've known this already about me for a long time. I like to trade pullbacks. It feels safer. I identify my stop zones much easier than trading momentum chasing, okay? So now, with how I would trade, right? How I trade, and you've seen me trade a lot of times. This is not the only setup I trade, but it is one of my favorites. You have a stock open up, okay? It pulls in, kind of does a double bottom, okay? I like to trade the double bottom. But if I miss it, the very first setup that I look for is a push up to new highs, okay? I want to see volume increase. You see here how the volume bar on the push through to new highs is bigger than the previous volume. I want to see that, okay? And then I want to see it pull in. I want to see it pull in, and I want to see it pull in and have volume start to decrease. You see these two pull-in candles? Two pull-in candles. Look at these two pull-in right here candles on the volume. They drop. This one's a little bit big. It's okay, but that's because we pushed up to a new high. This very next candle into support is very, very small. Smallest candle all morning long. Smallest pullback volume candle all morning long. Volume bar. Okay. Now I want to see us jump off of the support zone and volume start to increase. And that's exactly what we get here. And now, what am I looking for as support? I'm looking for VWAP number one, and then I'm looking for a secondary support minimum. I typically won't get in if there's just one support zone. One support zone here was VWAP. I saw that. I identified that. I immediately pulled out the Fib levels, Fibonacci retracement levels, from yesterday's close all the way to the high, which was this one right here. This was the high at the moment. And what did we have? We had the 23.6 Fibonacci level lining up with the VWAP zone, okay? And these previous little zones here. As you can see, this was resistance here, support here. So it made total sense that that zone could be a stop zone and a potential entry. As soon as we had the beginning of the bounce, I jumped right on in. And since I only had one contract, I took profit off immediately up here as we pushed up to new highs. Had I had two contracts, this would have been a very, very awesome trade, because I would have taken off one here, and I probably would have taken off the other one up here at 880. And it would have been a monster trade. Oh, nice, I'm already up $1,000 on that swing. And it would have been a nice trade, okay? So that is a simple setup. Guys, it doesn't get any simpler than that. My stop here was just underneath this zone, 863.78. So 863 would have been my stop, 863.50. That zone there would have been my stop, and I would have gotten out of the trade because the trade was no longer, in my opinion, triggering the long setup. It would have just maybe continued a downward trajectory. Had it not and changed, I could jump right back into the trade. But my entry was right in here at 864 and change, because I entered right on. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little. Where is it? There it is. This wick right here, I entered on that wick at 864 and change. Right in there, I entered at 864 and change. So I was really, risking a dollar and change on the stock itself, and potentially about $2 on the option since I traded options on this one. Okay, but you could have traded the stock itself. And then for the shot, and in that one I made $400 something. One contract, so I made over $4 a share on it. So it would have been a nice trade. Now, if I would have been trading the stock itself, okay, I would have probably made much more money because I would have been in at 864 and I would have been taking profits up here at 872, 873, all right, close to $10 a share. That would have been monstrous, okay? And I would have taken more profit off up here for well over $10 a share. So in this play, the stock itself would have been a better play. However, I traded the options. The point is the setup. The setup is there. It's clean. It's very clean. You have 872, 873 up here. You have 864 down here. It's like about $7 a share potential profit with $1 and change, $2 max in potential risk. No brainer. No brainer right there. So that's it, guys. That pullback into VWAP and a fib or VWAP and a 9 EMA or VWAP and a daily level. The point is having multiple levels of potential support there. It doesn't get any simpler than that. The only thing that gets difficult at that point is managing fear, managing greed, okay, and managing the risk on your trade, knowing what share size to take depending on where your stop is. I hope you guys enjoyed it and took something from it. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section, hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video, and I'll catch you on the next one.